The hill today, Kevin Gossman.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a man on base to start the inning. Here is Ozzie Albies up to him. Lifted in the air, right center field. Springer on the move. Springer snags it on the run. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. And the key to victory for them here, get their starter some run support early.
Boog, if they can get him that run support early, it's likely the other team folds because they know how dominant he could be once he gets settled in. So put pressure on that other team right away. Jump out to a lead early, and a few runs is going to feel like 30.
Here's a 1-1. Acuna runs. This one popped up. And that'll get down for a hit. Around third. He will score, and the Braves take the lead. 1-0.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Here's Matt Olson. One of the things that helped Olson in 2023, a stance adjustment, and that as well kept him more balanced for less swing and miss. 0-1. And a swing and miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
First strikeout for him in this one, and that splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Swings through that one for strike one. Ball one there. One run across in the frame so far, and we're just getting started here in the top of the first. He steps on the bag. They limit the damage here. The Braves add one on the RBI double. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And we're back. And on the hill here today, Spencer Strider. What's the scouting report on him?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Swung on, belted. Back there. Leaps at the wall, but can't hold it in. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
He was all over that one. Anytime you swung the ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result. Now a pretty big at bat coming out with a chance to even this ball game up.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Will Bichette up to the dish. And that's in there at the knees. That one close, ruled a ball. And that is ball one. Springer leads off second with nobody out. Line drive, base hit. And the to get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
Well, that's a smart decision to hold up with one out and part of the order coming up. You don't want to run into an out at home plate.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Runners on the corners, no outs. That clips the corner.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball, double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Huge strikeout there.
Well, you see him trying to pull that inside pitch right there, and that's not the kind of approach that you want to have. Even if you do get to it, it's going to be very difficult to keep it fair. You're just going to make it a long strike at best. You have to be able to stay within the baseball on the inside of that path to it, and that way, if you're a little quick, the ball gets hit hard somewhere, and it's not foul.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. There's a swing and a miss.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Bird.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. That one almost got him. And now it's 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Good eye right there.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
This one in the air. Arcia under it. Squeezes it. 2 away. And let's take a look at the lineup. A tough challenge in this one. An excellent arm on the mound. Singy, they're going to have to capitalize on their opportunities.
Yeah, and they're not going to get...
Brings it in for the 3rd out. Blue Jays leave a pair. Back here at Rogers Center, Jorge Soler up at the plate. Gausman back to work. Swings through that one. Gausman, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, a slider, and he works in a sinker. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. Whips it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Sean Murphy in the box now. No balls and a strike. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. Here's Orlando Arcia. Right through there for a strike. And a strike on the outside edge.
He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
And now 1 and 2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
The pitch. Misses off the plate. The count now 2 and 2. On a line, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. And now the center fielder, Michael Harris. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Strike.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Drops into the glove, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second. And now for the Jays, Addison Barger. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Hooks it away for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Now it's the DH, Spencer Horwitz. There's the strike. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2. Chases the changeup in the dirt. Throw to first, and it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout. Made quick work of him right there, Siggy. I know that's the kind of at bat maybe leaves a lot of fans wondering who's he doing up there, right?
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, you take 2 straight strikes, then chase one way out of the zone. It's just not a good at bat. It'll leave you shaking your head as a hitter, if not worse. But there's always going to be those trips to the plate where you're just lost up there, and that was one of them for sure.
Bounce to the left side. Arcia zips it to first, and that is the inning. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. They're down 1-0. Back now in Toronto, all set for the start of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. Oh, he doesn't get the call, and it's 1-0.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
And a pitch. That one missed.
2-1.
And there's a ball. Right-hander kicks, deals. Liner, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. There's a strike. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. That one fouled off. Acuna gets his lead at first with nobody out. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes and one gone. Here's Austin Riley. He doubled home a run at his first AB. Off the mark there. 1-0. Man at first, one away. Acuna runs. Pitch in for a strike.
1 ball.
Throw to second. He's safe. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Next offering in there for a strike. 1-2. One out, the runner at second. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And it's even up.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Here is Matt Olson.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Little chopper rolls foul. Runner at second, 2 down. And that one fouled off. Left-hand batter waits.
One ball.
That one
Two
not
strikes.
close. And that's ball one. And that's downstairs and outside.
Two balls. Two strikes.
Got him swinging. One left for Atlanta. They lead it 1-0. Bottom of the inning, and stepping in, the rookie left fielder, number 9. The wind of the pitch. And there's the strike.
The fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
On the ground to short, Arcia. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
In the air, center field. Harris has a beat on it. And it's caught for the out. And next for Toronto, Bo Bichette. 1 for 1 with a single so far. First pitch misses.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
And it's belted. Deep to left. Way out of here. Home run. He powers that one out of here. It's 2-1. Well, that swing changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance. They found a way to fight back big time. The pitcher knew as soon as that ball left his fingertips, it was trouble. Right on the platter, right down the heart of the plate. I'm sorry, the big league hitters don't miss that pitch.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one carrying. Caught just shy of the wall.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the ball and make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold on to it after contact.
Varsho now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
2 outs.
1 and 2.
Fouls it off. Still 1 and 2. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, struck him out. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And we're back as we go to the top of the 4th. Here's the left fielder, Marcell Ozuna. That's in there.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Swings through that.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Foul ball, still 0-2. fly ball out towards left field. Way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. And now, Jorge Soler.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
That one at the knees for a strike. Looking to get the tying run on base. Out to short. Throws to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here's Sean Murphy. Not even close there. Ball one. And another ball. Top of the zone for a called strike. Trying to hold a one-run lead. Top half of inning number 4. And the pitch. Got it by him for the play. Down in order go the Braves. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays.
The catcher, Alejandro.
Here comes a pitch. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
Well, he just couldn't get out of the way of that one. And that's not an easy thing to do when you've got a fastball coming in hot.
Barger in the box now as he looks at ball one. Second plate appearance of the day for him. That one missed.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And he deals. Fastball for a strike. Next offering is in for a strike. Kirk gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more. His timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
So up next for Toronto, Spencer Horwitz. And a curve misses outside. And that's a little bit high. Down 2-0.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Ozuna should have it. Hooks it away for the out. Here's the second baseman, Leo Jimenez. Clips the corner, and it's 0-1. Fastball for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Inning over. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the fifth. Now it's going to be Orlando Arcia. Gosman back to work. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, no strike.
That one finds the zone, and a count 1-1. And the righty deals. On the ground as he checked his swing. Rolls across the diamond. 1 up, 1 down.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
Harris in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Fires over to Guerrero. Now only 1 out remaining. So the batting order turns over. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Ronald Acuna Jr. Line drive. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Blue Jays claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Well, a tight 2-1 ball game. Classic pitching and defense in this game. A lot of good execution, and neither team really beat themselves by way of mistakes. But ultimately, it came down to 1 or 2 key plays to make the difference for the win.
You're the reason why the birds play.